you know, and that's something that we've been missing, literally on a street level, and living out of a bus and just kind of like being four men out on the road, you know, doing it.
It should almost organically be though when you have a band. You know, some bands just bypass that, you know, in today's world.
Yeah, but I mean, it's difficult when you're playing like, you know, the arenas of the world to actually to read what's going on and to actually see and hang out with the fans afterwards, and we're having a blast doing that.
Do you guys ever fight about what music plays in the bus? Do you guys all have
that plays
sort
in
of
the
musical?
Never.
Interesting.
Well, no fight, but the other day with King Crimson, there was a little,
Just
a little. I heard
these guys are huge King Crimson. Is it that what it was?
Yeah.
They're huge King Crimson fans, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just fans of music, and you know, I'm a big fan of any types of music. Sometimes it's not best for the rock situation.
Well, Steve and I both thought we were having aneurysms.
Well, I just thought when my ears started bleeding and my nose, I thought my eyes were rolling.
It
back.
wasn't just you.
Okay.
It was. It happened to me too.
No. They were great.
But they played
in
great
that moment.
The inspiration from that music, you wouldn't believe how good they played.
But I'll tell you, those kind of fights have stopped happening ever since the invention of the iPod.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
And for the most part, we're big movie fans on the bus.
Yeah, what type of movies do you guys like watching?
The last things we watched were The Exorcist, and I just purchased a film at a truck stop called Shallow Ground.
Oh, I saw that.
It's going to be
It looks
awesome.
What's that about?
Who knows? Who cares? And then
people coming out of the doors.
Is it another?
It's a horror
Lots
film.
of
Horror film? You like horror films?
Yeah.
Fargo.
Fargo.
We did see
Fargo.
Zoolander though.
Zoolander.
Was universally appreciated. That was one
The
of
idea on the bus is like we have a movie. We have films like Munich. But on the bus, it's better to have a film that you've either seen or you don't really want to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of chatter and walking back and forth and going to the back lounge and coming back forth. And
We're also hoping to have a Costner festival or weekend. 3 to 4 Costner movies. No, I'm not kidding.
I think JFK is in order. No Way Out.
There's 6 hours right there.
You've been talking Waterworld. I'm not sure I'm back in that.
No, just for the
Bull
thrill.
Durham we could
Bull
definitely
Durham, we
do.
gotta it.
And I was also hoping for a Denzel weekend.
Untouchables.
That kind of fits into either you've seen it before or you don't really care. But
Or you don't want to pay attention?
But Denzel might roll a little Ricochet out there. You have some favorite films?
Ventura in Canada.
I do, but they're all sci-fi films.
Really? What are
I'm
you
a big
into?
sci-fi freak.
Really?
What?
You like Battlestar Galactica, the new show? You should watch it.
Actually, not
100%.
a lot of TV, but a lot
watch
of
it.
like Lord of the Rings and Star Trek and Star
Oh, yeah.
Wars and Matrix and all
Yeah.
of the sci-fi and action adventures.
Matrix. It's
Those
got
are-
that Keanu Reeves in it.
he's going to be big.
He's going to be big.
Gonna be big.
I'm telling you, he's on his way.
Little band called Dog.
He's on his way.
So do you guys eat out most of the time, or you guys bring food? Get
That's
it,
just
eat well,
so you might
pizza?
want to rephrase that because we were all just sitting here going, "Man, that's way too easy to comment on."
Constantly eating out. No, we have...
What
We're-
type of food do you eat out?
There you
though?
go.
That's
oh,
what-
they're good.
You should you think about it
Well, I'm
again.
saying some people bring stuff with them. I don't know if you're a health food nut. Come on.
We'll put it this
Today
way.
we went to Whole Foods.
Today we went to Whole Foods.
You got a
and
great
went to
Whole
shopping.
Foods. It was amazing. It's like
We
a
have
city
good food
block
here.
of Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it.
Detoxed in 1 hour.
So there you go.
Amazing.
See?
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I got some juice and a little some soup. It was like $25. Great.
The best $25 you ever
Juice and
spent.
soup for $25.
We call it whole paychecks.
Well, we
have
like
to
that
let
little
them know that.
5 points. That's
Yeah?
a kick-ass little
Yeah.
song.
You
Yeah,
like
the
that?
Vortex, that skull place, and
Yeah, we rolled over to the
Some neat
vortex.
shops
this
there
is
for
nice,
sure.
man. We were hanging
That
out,
was
getting
dope.
tattoos last night. It was like people were really good, really friendly, and the weather was beautiful. So far, Atlanta's just been great. Like I've never spent this much time here. And it's just.
But the interesting thing about Atlanta, and you guys will all agree with me, nobody knows how to drive anywhere. Why is that?
It's really hard.
With
But
people,
why-
and we're not driving. It's
But
people
why
that
is
are
that?
from here don't
They
know where they're
changed
going.
the names of the roads. Like
There's
every time you
17
crossed
peach trees.
over, well, that too.
I
But
know,
they changed
but
the names all the time.
we've been lost. We got here yesterday. We've been lost 12 times.
Yes, it's been
Oh yeah. Everywhere we've gone, the guy's like, does anybody have a cell phone I need to call in? We're still lost after a while.
We
GPS?
left for this
You can't do
interview.
GPS.
We left for this interview at 8 p.m. last night.
Yeah, we
Just got here.
It wasn't
We just
easy.
made it.
It wasn't
Well, I'm
easy.
glad you finally
Unbelievable.
found the place.
Thank you.
Great. Well, in the song "Go On," the media is referenced. I'm sorry. Panic in the band's name is also in part commentary on the today's media. Does the state of your media in direction, or the direction in which the media is headed, concern you specifically as a group? The media's tend towards fear and panic.
Well, there's not much we can do to steer that away from where it's going, but you have to get informed and not just watch one channel.
Like
and
Fox.
Like Fox, it's fair. Good
Imbalance.
news. Imbalance.
So bad.
But you have to do your own investigating to really get the truth of anything.
Right.
So, if they're pushing us, I love the media. Otherwise, not so much.
The one thing is that it does do is it creates a void for something else to take place, which is exciting for us because we run all our own websites, our MySpace pages, as you know, and panicchannel.com, and so it gives us a voice that's hopefully a fresh voice that's coming from a place of underground. Because when we were coming up in the music business, there was a huge underground scene and lots of different clubs, lots of different bands, a community at that you could discover what was going on by just walking into a club, and you can't really do that anymore. And so we really utilize our efforts to make sure that we are hands-on with all of that and getting our message out there.
Right, to let people know that there really is a problem with the media today and the way that they are instilling fear.
I'm not even saying that. I just mean so to have there to be something else to be said.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a fascinating time right now in that, we've all, just about everybody who's alive now of a certain age grew up with the media being a corporatized kind of thing. It came from big business, it piped through all of the TVs and the radios, and it's sent out to people, and that's what you had. That was all the media you had, newspaper, television, radio, and all that. But the internet is truly the greatest tool of free speech that we will ever be a part of, and it's the revolution that this generation and the generations around it are a part of. It's constantly changing, it's constantly evolving, and it's not a part of big business. There are a lot of big business involved in it, but right now what's happening with blogs in the past 2 years, with what's happened with blogs and with MySpace, is truly free speech. It's undiluted expression from people. So I believe as crazy as the media has become and trying to pound through images of violence and war and fear to try to keep us in our place, you also have an upswell of actual people saying what they think about it. So I think we have a counterbalance going on to face a lot of the corruption that's been going on with
Tip the balance?
corporatized big media. Yeah. So I think it's a good time. There's always a check and there's always a balance. And right now it's a great time for people to say their minds online.
Do you guys use your MySpace page to get those type of thoughts out there, or do you focus more on other things on your MySpace?
The MySpace page is mainly to get the people that we play to. They can come and they can send us messages and all that. Our expression really comes from the panicchannel.com, where we have complete control. There's only so much you can do on MySpace. Right. It's really just a great way to hook up with people, keep people in your network, and give people a one-stop shop. The MySpace page is kind of like the Taco Bell Express. Do you have Taco Bell out here?
Yes, we do.
That's the Taco Bell Express. You got a limited menu, but if you go to the panicchannel.com, then you've got a beautiful Mexican restaurant with the margaritas and the chips and the salsa and the different kinds of. That's the whole enchilada.
So if you want to learn more, go to thepanicchannel.com.
Absolutely.
And if you want to contact you for a message or say how great you are, go to MySpace.
Do you have an eyesight camera?
An eyesight camera?
Uh-huh.
No.
I'll have to hook you up with one of those.
Why is that?
Good times.
Okay.
All right. Deal.
Dave's a big fan of the webcam. He's just
Okay.
loves
I'm a
technology.
big webcam guy.
Ah, yeah. See, I don't.
If you receive one in the mail, it's from
What do you want to see, Dave?
I just bought stock in eyesight too.
Now, the song Bloody Mary is inspired by yours, Dave's Don't Try This at Home, your account of a year of drug addiction. If you guys had the power to legalize drugs, would you, and which drug and why?
Interesting. Steven?
I mean, as far as hemp, I think it can do some help to legalize it. And as far as cocaine and heroin and other things, I think there's a reason those things are felonies and marijuana is a misdemeanor. You lose your mind on the other things and you might kill and steal for them. But I think it's a little more benign smoking a joint. And I think also you can make great things. There's a wonderful book, The Emperor Wears No Clothes, about all the different things you can do with hemp. Mm-hmm. And you can, obviously, I don't know if you know the first flag of America is on hemp, and that's why it's still actually there.
Right.
And the
Still
Declaration of Independence is on hemp paper. And if it was on regular paper, it would have dissolved by now.